Good day to all. It's September 4th, 2021. This is the fifth in a series examining humanity's current situation on planet Earth, from the book Becoming, chapters 6 and 7. The rapidity of the coming events into manifestation has been allowed in that the chaos will serve the birth of change. Though those of you who dread its onset, knowing the additional suffering that will be endured by the many you consider the pawns of innocence is understood, yet indeed are they innocent. The same opportunities that have been afforded you, though they may have been clothed in different appearances, have been offered to all. It is the few that have opened their conscious thought to the possibilities and probabilities that now find themselves in awareness of what the true picture is that faces the planet and its inhabitants. This group must also understand that the dilemma will be solved in what is called divine order. This process moves in a holographic, non-linear process that accomplishes its purpose within chaos much more rapidly than within what is perceived as order. What appears as order now is indeed the rigid confines of institutions of experience that are out of balance within the galactic matrix of progress towards expansive progress or evolvement. Those who serve the focus of the intention to bring this planet back into the flow of progress within the overall matrix must bring the center of their attention to this intent. At the moment, it is possible to visualize this planet as poised within a backflow or eddy that is out of the movement of the ever-present flow. Only through the focused intent of the special group can it be drawn back into its position within the flow. Visualization, in unison or agreement, is the most powerful tool available. It is through the Handbook of the New Paradigm, Embracing the Rainbow, and this book to the known few who are at this time actively focusing their thought energy to this purpose, that this agreement in active corrective movement can be made known. Though the group doing this seems pitifully small, it is extremely effective. Those involved in this activity are not entities of small experience or ability. This is not the first time any of these have served the focuses that organize in times of imbalance. It brings opportunity for leaps forward in expression and expansion for this and other planets. This is not meant to feed the ego, but that each may begin to recognize that there is great power within their commitments. The time willingly spent in individual and collective focus on the desire and intent to literally focus this planet through this difficult process of evolvement is well worth the effort and need. As this focus is made within a continuing commitment, the law of attraction will draw to it sufficient number to begin the momentum of energies that will bring about the movement within the mass consciousness necessary to refocus the alignment that currently exists. It is through the recognition and acceptance of the possibility by each of those who read these named books and circulated materials that this focus will build upon itself within a mathematical format. It will underlay the process. It is necessary that each lay aside modesty and reluctance to accept the possibility that each is indeed a special and powerful entity that has donned a robe of obscurity and forgotten their origins, that each might remain unknown, not only to yourselves, but to those of evil intent until this present moment. It is time to assume the proper identity and come into the role of service as was agreed upon before this series of lifetimes what is accepted as part of the service contract. It is time to realize that this is who and what you are and what you do and have done before. It is a matter of simply remembering and adapting what you innately know to fit the current requirements. A certain amount of reluctance is natural because of the human format that contains your awareness. It is understood that this involves a literal containment or restriction on your ability to realize your true identity. Thus, these messages continue the process of awakening your remembrance, stimulating your desire to participate, and applying pressure to your commitment to this planet. As you contemplate the possible truth of these words, within your inner awareness, the energies contained in this process do their work, and the truth begins to root itself and grow. That which constitutes your segment of the mission impossible, as it seems to the conscious mind, begins to be drawn into your daily experience. A knowingness of what is appropriate and necessary is apparent and seems the only possible thing to do. It will not seem that what you do as a part of your daily experience will be at all heroic, but through the combination of these daily contributions by the growing group committed to this project, much will be accomplished. It is in the accomplishment of those seemingly small contributions that the rooted truth of who and what you are will grow. At the moment of necessity, when each must stand forth within that identity and declare the truth of the future of this planet, the ability to do so will bring a natural, powerful, and pivotal shift that will cause the desired transition to occur. It is knowing that the needed commitment to the totality of the necessary change does not require great personal sacrifice or the need to stand alone before the forces of evil and suffer great bodily harm that allows for the commitment to service to be accepted with enthusiasm. Though we admit there are a few exceptions to this pattern of service, those who accept these roles are well aware of their identities and their commitment to this level of service. To these few, loyalty, special help, and guidance is constantly at hand. Blessed indeed are those special beings of commitment to leadership within this focus of service. The human forms that reside on this planet have long been held in bondage and kept from natural evolvement that enables each to enter into the true understanding of their source and purpose for experiencing manifested creation. The knowledge of the laws that govern this galaxy has been withheld and purposeful teaching has been denied. Instead, deception has been the basis of all knowledge given. It is the decision of the overseers of this galaxy to end this practice here and now. However, it must be the individual and collective choice of the inhabitants of this planet to change this experience. The long-standing deceptions have rooted and grown within the understandings of the human consciousness. Thus, the desire by the Galactic Council will have little or no effect until the residents of this planet choose to change their experience. However, the ability to make the change, once accepted and decided upon by Earth's human residents, will flow easily and irrevocably once the sufficient percentage of those desiring change has been reached. What exactly the Galactic Council will decide to do to assist this is now the question. It means that those who are misusing the laws that underlay manifested existence no longer have the same degree of energy input to support their activities as they have had at their disposal. There will be a waning or lessening of this supportive energy. This will bring about an unraveling of their overall plan. Those carefully planned strategies will begin to have unexpected results that will cause unexpected ripple effects that do not bring about either the accepted results or the degree of success in a result to accomplish their anticipated goal. The plan, as known to those awake and aware humans, is their plan. It is their anticipated and embroidered plan. It's not necessarily what it is in reality. It's important that you understand the difference of their intended plan and what the plan actually is. It is open to many variations and has many weaknesses that are unknown to them. It is in the best interest of those who desire a change in the opportunities and experience that are available to the beleaguered members of humanity to know that their intentions to change the momentum and outcome of this carefully laid plan of enslavement are the arrows of destruction to that plan. It is the intention to withdraw support of, belief in, and participation within the plan that will cause it to collapse within the outflow of creative, expansive energies. The directional flow is based on intentional purpose. The plan of enslavement is based on the intention to destroy and enslave large portions of humanity as a method of solving a problem that was caused by those who have controlled this planet and its inhabitants. This situation was brought about by the controller's own decisions regarding the use of the planet and its inhabitants in the very beginning. This has been further complicated by the addition of various groups of humanity from various other places in the galaxy being added to the citizenry against their will. There does then exist a complex citizenry that brings to the mix an interesting dilemma for those who desire to control the planet. There is a direct opposition of intentions, those of slavery and those of freedom. If it were not for the added citizenry, the plan of enslavement would have been accomplished long ago. Those that were in the beginning literally engineered for the purpose of serving were left devoid of many human characteristics for that intentional purpose of enslavement. However, the genetic addition of the additional citizenry has now spread throughout the planetary bloodlines. Though there are still pockets of pure genetic variations within the whole, there exists a large percentage of genetic combinations that confuse the understandings of those who plan to control the citizen. Unexpected actions and reactions continue to upset the carefully laid plans. Voila. It is therefore important that those who intend for this situation to play out differently than the planned scenario, understand that their intention to create a different ending to the current flow of events has the ability to accomplish this. Once this understanding is accepted, the commitment to it becomes easier and more realistic to the conscious awareness. It is much like the laser sword of your popular movie. That intention, which is in harmony with the galactic intention for evolvement through free will choices of experience, then becomes a powerful tool of change in the hands of those who understand its usefulness and learn to wield it in a timely fashion at the moment of greatest effect. Through the knowledge and understanding of the intentions of the opposing force, this understanding can be used to great effect for the purpose of freeing the planet from its hitherto use as a source of minerals and as a dumping ground for human misfits. It is through the realignment of genetic combinations that evolvement to more complex levels has occurred for a percentage of the inhabitants. This percentage now brings forward the necessary quotient to allow for the transition of this planet into galactic citizenship. When these can be awakened and bound together by intention to take advantage of this opportunity. Showtime, ladies and gentlemen.